The greatest experiences of life. These words were first spoken in December the 30th, 1956 in Johnstown, Pennsylvania by Reverend Eugene William Galante. The text for this morning's sermon is from the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 12. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe in his name. I want to emphasize that everything unsatisfactory in your life can be changed for you. To as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. So promises the Bible, meaning that if you receive Christ and his way of life, you will have the strength that, as a child of God, you should have. And a child of God isn't meant to be defeated, but to experience the greatest of all human values, namely, the presence and power of God in his life. Indeed, the church is a wonderful place because it is here that people break through all of the confusions surrounding their problems and come to the central issue. If you receive him, he gives you power to become children of God. When you stop to think about your life, isn't it a fact that the things that matter most are the great experiences you have? And the greater the experiences, the greater your life. Everyone's life consists of a series of memories of great moments. These are tied together by the routine tasks of every day. If you were to write your autobiography, there would be a shining and unforgettable moment in every chapter of it. There would be, for example, that moment in adolescence when you experience suddenly and for the first time your own power. You could not possibly forget that strange, sweet feeling when you fell in love, or the day in the church when you saw everything beautiful in a lovely face and dedicated your life to that person. There might be the memory of a nervous night at a hospital when, after waiting in the lonely room where they put prospective fathers, the nurse finally appears to say, "It's a boy," or "It's a girl." Your first look at that boy or girl would surely be one of the golden experiences of your life. Again, an unforgettable experience would be that sad moment when someone you loved passed into the great beyond. Then you reached out with faith, and the kindly hands of God comforted you. Other great experiences would have marked the course of your life, the moment of success in your career, the time when you overcame your greatest difficulties. All these are the mountain peaks of human experience. But the one experience that looms above them all is that moment in life when the human soul finds God and experiences him in the heart. No other equals that. That is supreme, the moment when your soul is lifted and purified and filled with ineffectual peace and joy. To as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. What is it to be a son of God? A son of God is a man who has power over every human weakness. A son of God is a man who has power over every fear. A son of God has a sense of dedication and gives of himself that this troubled world might become more Christ-like. A son of God is one of God's great souls. To him, life becomes a romantic and wonderful experience. Let me illustrate with the case of a minister. A man telephoned him one night and said, "I am certainly licked," he said. "In your sermons you talk about the practical application of Christianity. I am the third owner of a jewelry concern. My grandfather started it, my father ran it, and now I have it. Do you claim that religion can make the jewelry business go better?" "That is right," the minister said. "What is the matter with the jewelry business?" "Well," said the voice, "things are just not going well, and I don't know what to do about it." So the minister told him about a jeweler who was in that business because he loved beauty. He would hold a diamond in his hand and gaze at its beauty. Then he would think of all the women in town and wonder who could wear it best. After he had decided, he would call her up and say, "Mary, I have just been thinking that this diamond I have in my hand is meant only for you." And he didn't do this just to sell the stone. He did it because he loved diamonds. Handling beautiful jewels was one of the great experiences of his life. So what do you need? Is to realize that business is great only as it serves, and that through it you can bring happiness to others and also yourself. Then you will do a better business and you will be a better person. "Do you advertise?" the minister asked the man. The man said, "I put spot announcements on television and radio." Well, the minister says, "Well, what do you say in those spot announcements?" "Well," the man says, "I only have a minute. I say, nationally recognized line, good credit allowance." Well, those are not particularly thrilling phrases," the minister told him. "Suppose a couple have been married for 40 years, and the husband has never had enough money to buy his wife a diamond. You might say to him, 'You've been married for years, and you've always hoped to get her a diamond. She has always wanted a diamond. Maybe her hands are gnarled and worn, but there is glory in those hands. They should have the recognition a diamond would give them.' Put the human touch into your ads. Relate your work to the deep experiences of human life. There are young girls in your community who never had a diamond, but there are diamonds in their eyes. Tell each young man to put a diamond on the finger of the girl he loves, equal to the diamonds in her eyes." "Oh, wait till I get a pencil," said the jeweler excitedly over the phone. "I believe I see what you mean. There is a glory in the jewelry business. It's going to have the time of my life, putting beauty into the lives of people." He was sincere because he stopped talking about selling jewelry and started talking about how he could enrich his own life by serving people. You may think your job is dull and unromantic. There is no such thing as a dull, unromantic job. It is the man or the woman who works at the job who is dull and unromantic. When you are touched by the splendor of God, when you see yourself as a child of God, you will take to your job, whatever it is, some of the glory that He puts into you. You will begin to apply and with faith to whatever problem you have, and everything will be different. The Mayflower Congregational Church of Sioux City, Iowa, has published a wonderful book. Their church was in a bad way financially. Although they had 350 members and a yearly collection of $9,000, their budget was $12,000. The pews were only half filled. The antiquated furnace leaked and smoked so that the members actually became ill during the service. Everybody complained about the irresponsibility of the young people in the church, and some of those kids went to work. At a luncheon where the church troubles were being discussed, a young girl spoke up. "We teenagers have a plan," she said. The adults smiled, and we're trying to get all the kids who want the world to be different themselves. We've written a play about it, showing that nobody really wants to be a juvenile delinquent. When millions of fathers and mothers don't seem very sure or very happy, and they're terribly busy and maybe want to get a divorce, well, kids worry about things like that. What we say is, don't expect somebody else to do something about it. The whole thing has to begin with yourself. We don't make any pledges, sign any membership cards, or make any speeches about it. We just make up our minds that we will begin to be different ourselves. The grown-ups suddenly ceased being indolent. "In what way?" they asked. "Well, we'll be honest and unselfish and try to build up instead of tear down. Most of all, we will just listen." "Do you mean you will listen to older people who know more than you?" asked one of his other older people. "Oh, no," said the young girl. "We will listen to God." So the children of that church and the men and women began praying. And after a little time, a new automatic furnace was installed. The collections began running over $12,000 a year. You see, the gospel of Jesus Christ still works when it is worked. The basic ingredients of money, faith, and dreams are all mixed up together. The Bible is filled with spiritual laws. If you love, you will be loved. If you hate, you will be filled with hatred. If you think sickness, you will become sick. If you think health, you will remain healthy. If you think defeat, you will go down in defeat. And if you think victory, you will gain the victory. They are all in the Bible. Whatever you give, that you will receive. Do you want more blessings? Do you want the blessings of love and health and strength and romance and beauty and inspiration and faith? Then ask yourself how much you are giving to God. Not how much money, how much of yourself. The more of yourself you share with others, the more you are blessed. Think of it as we close the year of 1956. Amen. Welcome, YouTube subscribers, to Seven World Productions, a division of Angel Graham Music. This channel is dedicated to inspiring the viewer with episodes about 7 special interests common to all of us. My name is Gino, owner of Angel Graham Music and executive director of Seven World Productions. There are 7 worlds for you, the viewer, to choose from. The world of art, the world of books, the world of faith, the world of family, the world of food, the world of games, and the world of music. Check out the promo clip of each world for details. Now, together we're going to discover 7 worlds that will inspire all of us to enrich our lives. Be sure to click like and leave your comments, and above all, subscribe to receive notification of updates in future episodes. Go and be inspired.